Okay, on today's episode of What the Heck is Weather Anyway? We saw it was getting cloudy last night. I thought it'd burn off overnight. It is still here. It's pretty drippy under the trees. Getting ready for our Tones meeting in about an hour. Making some coffee. Just chill. It's actually still lightly misting a good bit. Yeah. One of those days. You know, it's a cold, rainy day when little stinkers inside just chilling. For perspective, night before last night when my mom spent the night here, he was outside all night. He slept outside because it was such nice weather. So yeah, it's about that time of day, that time of season, I guess. All of that being said, I'm actually super glad that the weather was perfect. It was a little hot the day before Mom got here. It was perfect when she got here, and now y'all saw it's pretty cloudy and cold. So we had the perfect window of hanging out. So just grateful for that. Woo! Little sunny air. Sun's coming out. Little stinky man. Sun's coming out. Getting some more solar power. Stoked. Just had our Just had our Tones meeting, which was solid, discussing plans for TezCon coming up at the end of June, an event we're going to be throwing in Seattle, or event we're going to be a part of in Seattle, and also Season 3, and some good conversation. I don't want to say heated, but good just conversation about some of the pitfalls of last season, the pros and the cons, and just plans moving forward. And again, one of those things where as the league commissioner and kind of person who is largely taking the reins leading this thing, it's this conversation of how much do we listen to community feedback and how people want to do things, because there's just everyone has an opinion kind of what we want to do, versus how much do I try to hold my vision. Because one of the main things that was hard about last season is asking people every step of the way, oh, hey, here's the schedule, let us know if this doesn't work for you, and then no one responding, and then months later still trying to be flexible, but then being flexible there ruins it for other people on other teams. So it's you kind of just need to say, hey, here's the schedule, here are the dates, if you can't make it, let us know, we'll get a replacement. But it's one of these things where learning rigidity and just saying, hey, this is what the season's going to be, is almost better than, hey, what does everyone want to do, and maybe we should do this. It's it's a very interesting thing, because I do want this to be very community based and led, but as the years go on, I realize people kind of trust me with the vision I have for this. I'm trying to do this for all of us, to get us all to get some more monetary success out of all of this. So maybe in a way, at least just trying to see the vision through to a certain extent, and then being flexible from there, right? Oh, if this isn't working. But I feel last season, the concept of live matches was so hard that we just got, by the end of it, the stride down a little better. So let's take our successes and our failures from last season and maybe try it again, is what I'm shooting for. Because I think live streamed matches, it's like esports, we call it A-sports, athletics. I think it's huge, especially nowadays where there's AI and you don't know who's making what. Watching artists actually create their pieces live, watching teams, we'll assign a theme at the beginning of the match, and you watch the teams, okay, what the heck are we going to do with Heat Wave? Watch them discuss it, watch them create it in both their digital audio workstations, and then also in visual stuff. I had a painter on my team, Bill Knight, live painting during the matches. It was such a sick vibe. So I think we have something going on there. We just need to make it a little better organized and less stressful for the artists, because I'm really proud of what we built. So yeah, kind of a long-winded little breakdown of that, but just a whole conversation and just figuring out this path as we figure it all out. The sun was out for a second. We got a decent amount of power, actually. I think we got 2.7 kilowatts, but it has been pretty cloudy and pretty cold since then. Got some not so great news from Sarah that the market she applied to for us to go to is full on vendors. I don't know why it's been so hard to find a market to vend at lately. I swear we're just gonna have to start our own market and just bootleg it if we need to. No, I'm semi-joking, but I've been talking to Nate about that on Great Highway. It's shut down right now, and you can just walk out there in San Francisco. It's kind of turning into a lightweight park kind of vibe going on, and it seems kind of unregulated for now. Might just set up a little booth over there one day and just hang out and see if we can't slang a couple things. So if we do that, keep people posted, swing on through. But yeah, if anyone knows of any craft fairs or anything, let us know. It'd be great to start selling some of the stuff we've been making. We want to stick. Yeah. I don't know if it's partially the gray weather or what, but I just feel so unmotivated today. And mostly just playing Overwatch and Magic the Gathering Arena since the meetings we had earlier. Trying to get motivated to do some more stuff. I think like I was getting all my energy ready for this market thing and then that falling through and just some stuff. It's like, okay. And I just kind of strategize again when I was ready to just kind of motivate and physically do things. So yeah, just realizing life strategy, figuring things out on this creative, but not so monetarily lucrative part of my life right now, and trying to figure out how to motivate to make these things transfer into more monetary things, because they are skills. Like when I had my recording studio, it was super easy to just have people come over. I had to literally have a scheduler and take days off because I had too much work. But just being up here in the mountain, that is one of the downsides. You know, I'm way more removed from common society and stuff. So, you know, it's just a little harder. A lot of benefits, a lot of blessings, but being this far removed, there's a few downsides. You know, even like work, it's such wear and tear on my car and time and energy to go down there that doing remote stuff makes more sense, but then that also limits my options. So, just working on all that stuff, trying to pull myself up by my bootstraps today to get a little motivated and to start, you know, just putting energy forward. So, yeah, you know, trying to have a grace for ourselves and not like judge ourselves too much, but also know that ain't no one gonna come and save us. So we gotta getting on. Yep. Okay, something actually random I wanted to show my mom and then completely spaced while she was here is something I find very trippy. Is you look at a pine tree, right, and it looks like there's just so many of these needles, which there are. You want to know something I've noticed that's very crazy? Is one, the pine needles have this like 45 degree, like there's lines of them that are just offset, so that's pretty crazy. But two, I'm just gonna pull a random one of these off. Like every pine needle thing is just three. It's 3 needles on all of them. This next one, look, I'm not gonna pull it off, but this one right here, 1, 2, 3. Wait, is this one 4? Did that just ruin my... Oh no, there's a needle from another one. 1, 2, 3. It's like such an actually very simple pattern that just repeats. I don't know. I mean, I guess it should have been obvious that it would be such a simple pattern, but once you break it down, you're like, wow, this is actually such a like not complicated. I don't know why I find that so interesting. I don't know if that's just this kind of pine tree. If anyone else has pine trees around you, go check it out. Let me know if you have similar or differing findings. It's so weird when you just notice certain patterns like that. It's like, huh. Also, something I've heard that I need to look into a bit more is I've heard that pine needle tea has more vitamin C in it than orange juice. Which sometimes when I forget that I don't have like fresh produce and I think, oh, I need orange juice or something, like I could just brew me up some pine needle tea. I don't know if it needs to be the fresh younger shoots or what, but supposedly that's a thing. What a turd, man. Dude, if this like raspberry, blackberry, whatever it is flowering, it's gotta have berries, right? You tell me the flowers aren't going to turn into berries? I find that so trippy here. I'm going to pay way more attention to it this year, but I swear, like, we don't, as far as I know, get berries this high yet. We get some huckleberries, but these blackberries seem to not produce. But how if they're flowering? We got pollinators everywhere. We'll see.
Thanks for watching my vlog. Watch another or subscribe here.